Hello and welcome to Sunday. It's been a weird couple of past few days for me. I know allergy season is kicking up, and tomorrow's supposed to be pretty hot, anywhere between 70 to 75 Fahrenheit for Celsius viewers. Um, I think that's like 21 to 23 ish, something like that. Hopefully, my math's correct. Um, so it's not too bad, but I think it's gonna be the hottest it's gonna be uh, this year so far. We've had some pretty warm couple of days, but like as of this week, we're over that hurdle where it's just like okay, 70 is the peak. We'll be sitting around the 60s, and despite the nice temperature, it's gonna be raining for a couple of days, which sucks, but it's fine. Um, that kind of leads me into like another thing: seasonal allergies, right? Typically, I try to like avoid taking any medication really. Like there was a time like maybe October 2022 where I was just like sick for like weeks or months or something because I refused to take antibiotics, and like I had the stuffiest nose and like so much sinus pressure, and as soon as I went on antibiotics it was done. uh, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, if you've been hearing me like talk with like a little stuffy nose or whatever, it's because of allergies. Like I've been rubbing my eyes all day. Myself, my dad have been sneezing, pretty much all the past couple of days. It's not great, but it's something we have to deal with. Again, I kind of like refuse to take allergy medication. Or just any medicine in general. Like the only time I'll pop a Tylenol, I'll leave Advil, what have you, is when like I have a headache, and that's like it. I'll deal with like muscle aches. I'll deal with like any kind of like other body aches. But like as soon as I have a headache or a fever, I'm like, okay, I'll take one. That's like my only exception. Even if I'm like deathly ill, I'll like try to like stay away from it as much as I can. I don't know. It's just like I feel like once this. Oh my god, it must have been like over a decade ago now when I really like kind of just like try to start avoiding that. Um, because like back in like February 2020, I accidentally quit caffeine. It was like it was like I was buying coffee for me and a friend, and like I got coffee. I got like a latte or whatever, and like my stomach was in shambles for the next couple of days, or for that day. I'm like, okay, it's either caffeine or it's milk. So I just ended up quitting both of those accidentally because the world's kind of shut down, and yeah, I just haven't since then. The only like caffeine I'll have is with a mixed drink if it has soda in it, or if I have there's no is there Kahlua here? It's not in sight. Might be down here. Yeah. Or if I have something like Kahlua, which has like coffee liqueur or something. It's like one of those things, right? So, I've tried to avoid caffeine. Milk, I'll have dairy. Dairy doesn't affect me at all, so it's just like I thought it was caffeine. I have this weird thing. I have temporary allergies, and this is the weirdest thing, right? Like I've never heard of anyone describe it like this, but um sometimes I think I've talked about it here, or like I might have done a couple of videos, but at some point in my life, I figured out that like fish doesn't really agree with me. Like probably when I was in the Dominican Republic when I was like 15, 16, around that time, something like that, and I just had fish and I like had a horrible reaction to it. And then like I've tried to stay away from fish, but like I love sushi and it doesn't really affect me. The only thing I know for a fact affects me is eel, but on occasion salmon affects me. I don't know why. I've had like raw salmon, I've had cooked salmon. Sometimes it affects me, sometimes it doesn't. I have no idea what the cause is. Sometimes the same thing happens with like some fruits. Avocados, like one of them. Sometimes I'm allergic to it for like 2 weeks. Recently I've had just a bunch of avocados and no reaction at all. It might be that I'm building up a tolerance to it or something like that, but it's just weird. Um, like salmon is a big one just because it's a very common fish. So like I'll try to avoid fish when I'm ever going to places. I know I say this, but like I went to a seafood place for my birthday. It's whatever. Um, I just try to stray away from any of those things. But like when I'm at home or if I'm having something like we order in, or like I'll try a little piece of fish or something and be like, does this affect me? Yes, it does. Write this down on my list of ever growing fish that I may or may not be allergic to. Then, like a couple weeks or months later, I'll try it again. No reaction. I'm like, okay, something is happening. I have no idea what happens. Either way, that's my temporary allergy stuff. Um, Seasonal allergies happen all the time for me. Like, it's just stuffy nose and like itchy eyes, and it's not too bad that I don't really think I need to take any medicine. Like, I'll deal with the sneezes and whatnot. It's not horrible, but it's just like this week things have started to pick up with that, so it's just like good old nature. Anyway, that's enough rambling on for today. You know all about my allergies and my one true weakness, eel. That's where I'm gonna call it for today. Thank y'all for watching. I hope to see you tomorrow. And until then, later.